Canada's military faces a critical gap in its artillery capabilities, driven by evolving global threats and NATO commitments. The Canadian Army's M777 155mm towed howitzers, acquired in 2002, were effective in counterinsurgency operations like Afghanistan, but are now outmatched in peer-level conflicts. Canada's role in NATO's enhanced forward presence in Latvia, alongside potential Arctic defense needs, demands mobile, long-range fire support. The Indirect Fires Modernization Program, IFM for short, launched in 2025 with a $5 to $6 billion budget, aims to procure 80 to 98 self-propelled howitzers capable of 80 km/h road speeds, 450 km ranges, and precision strikes up to 100 km. Two leading candidates, South Korea's K9 Thunder and KNDS's RCH155, offer solutions to restore Canada's artillery edge against adversaries like Russia's 2S-35 Koalitsiya-SV or China's PCL-181. So how well do these two candidates fare against enemy vehicles? And which one is more worthy of bolstering the Canadian Army? Let's discuss them in detail. The K9 Thunder, a 155mm 52 caliber tracked self-propelled howitzer, has been refined since 1999, with over 1,700 units exported to 10 nations, including 6 NATO members. At 47 tons, it uses a 1,000 horsepower MTU MT881 diesel engine, achieving 60 km/h and a 450 km range, pushing IFM mobility limits but excelling off-road. It carries a crew of 5, with NBC protection and a semi-automatic loader firing 6 to 8 rounds per minute to 40 km, extendable to 60 km with rocket-assisted projectiles. It stores 12 ready rounds resupplied in under 10 minutes by armored K-10 vehicles. Upgrades like the K9A2 add auto-loading and enhanced fire control, minimizing crew exposure. The RCH155, introduced in 2014, mounts a remote-controlled 155mm L52 gun from the PZH-2000 on an 8x8 Boxer or 10x10 Piranha chassis weighing 38 tons. Its 711 horsepower engine reaches 103 km/h with a 1,000 km range, aligning perfectly with IFM mobility specs. With a crew of just 2, its fully automated system fires 9 rounds per minute to 40 km, 54 km with velocity-enhanced long-range projectiles, carrying 30 ready rounds. Its modular design allows integration with Canadian platforms like the LAV, enhancing local production potential. Against adversaries like Russia's 2S-19 Mesta-S or China's PLZ-05, the K9 and RCH155 offer decisive edges. The K9's hydropneumatic suspension and shoot-and-scoot tactics, evading counter-battery radars like Russia's Zu-1, which tracks static guns in seconds. In Norway's trials, the K9 outperformed the PZH-2000 in snow, melting ice for superior mobility compared to heavier enemy systems. Against towed D-30s, common among adversaries, the K9's automation sustains fire longer, with K-10 resupply keeping crews protected, reducing casualties by 70% compared to manual systems. The RCH-155 redefines survivability as the world's first self-propelled howitzer to fire on the move at 36 km/h, slashing exposure to enemy return fire, which takes about a minute to arrive. KNDS simulations show it destroys 35% more targets than PZH-2000 equivalents, while suffering 50% fewer losses to drones or artillery, critical against Russian Orlan-10 swarms guiding Lancet strikes. Its wheeled agility allows rapid repositioning over 5,000 square kilometers per battery, and its 360 degrees turret engages without support, neutralizing flanking threats like BMPs. Both systems outrange and out-precision aging enemy artillery, integrating with Canadian radars for first-shot kills. Both the K9 Thunder and RCH155 feature 155mm L52 barrels, firing NATO standard munitions with ranges of 40 kilometers, 56 kilometers with rocket-assisted projectiles, or 70 to 100 kilometers with precision-guided volcano rounds. Their fire control systems support multiple rounds simultaneous impact, delivering up to 6 rounds on a target simultaneously, overwhelming defenses. The K9's semi-automatic loader sustains 6 to 8 rounds per minute, carrying 48 rounds. It fires high-explosive shells capable of penetrating the thinner top or rear armor of tanks like Russia's T-90 or China's Type 99. Bonus anti-tank submunitions can engage multiple armored targets, each releasing 2 sensor-fuzzed warheads that penetrate up to 100 millimeters of armor. Against fortified positions, high-explosive shells create 50-meter lethal radii, devastating infantry or logistics. The RCH155, with a fully automatic loader, achieves 9 to 10 rounds per minute and carries 30 rounds. Its precision-guided munitions, like the Volcano, strike with 1 to 2 meter accuracy, ideal for targeting high-value assets like command posts or adversary artillery. Both systems outperform the two S-35's 152mm gun and the PCL-181's lighter payload, which lacks advanced guided munitions. The RCH's automation allows sustained fire with minimal crew fatigue, a key advantage in prolonged engagements. The K9 Thunder, proven in South Korea's mountainous terrain and exported to 9 countries, offers reliability and a robust supply chain. Its tracked platform suits Canada's diverse geography, from Arctic tundra to muddy European plains, but its heavier weight complicates air transport. Maintenance is straightforward, with over 1,600 units produced globally, ensuring spare parts availability. The RCH155, a newer design, leverages the Boxer's modularity, allowing Canada to standardize logistics with existing LAV fleets. Its wheeled chassis enables rapid deployment on highways, critical for NATO's rapid reaction forces in Europe. However, its untested combat record raises reliability questions, and its lighter armor may struggle against heavy shrapnel or near misses compared to the K9's sturdier build. The K9's weight and speed limitations pose challenges for rapid transatlantic or Arctic deployments, requiring more C-17 transport sorties. Its 5-person crew strains Canada's lean artillery units. The RCH155's 2-person operation aligns with modern force structures, but its higher cost and developmental status risk delays. Both must integrate with Canada's digital fire control systems, like the artillery mission system, to maximize precision and interoperability. Canada's IFM program is a linchpin for restoring artillery dominance in a volatile world. The K9 Thunder offers proven, rugged performance for diverse terrains, while the RCH155 delivers cutting-edge mobility and automation for rapid response missions. Both outmatch adversary systems in range, precision, and interoperability, ensuring Canada can deter threats from peer competitors. The choice hinges on whether Canada prioritizes the K9's combat-tested reliability or the RCH's futuristic agility. Either way, these self-propelled howitzers will transform Canada's indirect fire capabilities, securing its role in NATO and beyond.